All right, the Liberty Bowl, Memphis. This is an annual bowl game in Memphis at Memorial Stadium. Texas Tech and Mississippi State. We've got the Bulldogs, 8.5 point home favorites, or not home favorites, neutral field favorites, 59.5 the total in this game. Mike Leach, of course, coming out and saying, hey, bowl games matter. He was trying to make that big statement there that he's not a fan of all of these players basically opting out of the bowl game. So we'll see if that resonates with his team, and maybe they keep a lot of their guys involved here in the bowl game. Certainly they're deserving favorites. They're certainly the better team at the defensive end of the field, Mississippi State. They played some solid defense this year, and they've certainly got better defensive numbers than Texas Tech. No doubt about that. For Texas Tech, of course, they've had to deal with a coaching change this year. Tyler Shuck went down to a collarbone injury at the end of the year. However, there's some whispers he might be healthy enough to play in this bowl game, which means they may not have to once again start Donovan Smith as their quarterback, who's getting the starts down the stretch for the Red Raiders in this game. So we'll see if Shuck ends up playing here in this one. Mississippi State, certainly a solid season for them overall. More improvement this year, 7-5. It's what you expect from Mike Leach going from year one to year two. They improved. When you look at the situation here for Texas Tech going into this bowl game, of course, a bit of an interim coach situation for them. And of course, they recently hired Joey McGuire as their new head coach. So interim head coach Sonny Cumbie apparently is going to still be coaching the bowl game from what I've read, even though he's moving on to Louisiana Tech. Sonny Cumbie is the new head coach there after Skip Holtz stepped down there. So there's a little bit of coaching shuffle here with Texas Tech. I don't necessarily love that when it comes to a bowl game. I don't know, Connor. I'm going to wait. Maybe this line drops a little bit. But if I can get this closer to a touchdown here, I might lay it with Mississippi State, because I think there's a big gap in these two teams defensively. And with Texas Tech, they bring in the new coach. But and Sonny Cumbie, like I say, with the coach that's sticking around, but he's already gone to get a new job at Louisiana Tech as the head coach. You know what he's doing? He's out recruiting for Louisiana Tech. You think he gives two shits about preparing for some bowl game here against Mississippi State when he's going to be gone after this game? No. So it's not a bet-on situation for me with Texas Tech, with the shuffling going on in their coaching staff right now. So we'll see where the line goes, because there's been some Tech money. I don't really agree with it. If it gets further, I might get interested in laying it with the favorite here, Mississippi State. What do you think, Connor? Liberty Bowl.
Yeah, I like Mississippi State here a little bit. It's just tough in these bowl games. You really got to look who's in and out, who's playing. Like you talked about the coaching. You just went through that with Texas Tech. I thought this team wasn't very good, but I thought they'd go 6-6, and they did. Texas Tech, it was one of my biggest bets. It was only 4.5 their win total. I don't think they're very good. They got shut out against Oklahoma State. They played pretty well against Baylor. Early on, they had no defense. You talked about it. Shuck went out. I still remember the game they gave up 70 to Texas. I mean, wow. So their defense has played better. Mississippi State is better. It's just, do you want to lay 8.5 here? I don't know if I do. I'm going to read everything. Mississippi State's the better team, and they were great against the number all year. That's why has me leaning to them here early on. So it's a lean to Mississippi State. I'm going to stay on top of this. They seem to be pretty healthy. Everyone's there. You talked about it, Leach. They want to win the bowl game. It's just they got to win by number here. So and all the distractions with Tech. But Tech is one of those strange teams. I love them. I love to back them when they're near a double-digit dog. You're not always in a bowl game, but throughout the years, that's right when they can cover and make a game tight. So interesting one here.